Hey all you comic book readers and true believers, it's Tuesday, and I'm your ever-loving blue-eyed comic book guy, Mitch Harmon. You guys know what's up. Mitch's Picks. From DC Comics, Leviathan Dawn, #1. Written by Brian Michael Bendis, art done by Alex Maleev. Spinning out of the events of Event Leviathan, Leviathan coming to find out who it was, the old school Manhunter, at least that's what we were all being led to believe. But Leviathan now has taken control of a majority of the world's wealth and intelligent people and really building his empire from this point. But Steve Trevor, who was being blamed as being either Leviathan himself or part of Leviathan, has his name cleared and now is looking to get his revenge on Leviathan and his other people that have been working with him, and begins to go get those that have been wronged by him, such as Lois Lane, her father being blamed for a lot of the wrongdoings of Leviathan, or Talia al Ghul, who actually literally had her entire family history, Leviathan, stolen from her, and she's looking for revenge. Other characters as well, Question, Green Arrow, I believe there's some Kingsley Jacobs, I'm not really sure who that is, but getting together a team to try to take down Leviathan, hopefully maybe even with the from the inside out. But this is the beginning of the events that Bendis has been building in Event Leviathan, some of the stuff that's been going on in Superman. I think a little bit of this has been revealed in Lois Lane stuff, but this is still continuing this whole Leviathan stuff. If you're looking to kind of keep up with this, guys, you definitely want to pick this one up. Check it out. From Dark Horse Comics, Hidden Society, #1. Written by Raphael Scavone, art done by Raphael Albuquerque. This is a new ongoing series from Dark Horse Comics. Hidden Society is about, well, a hidden society of warlocks and priests and magical users who have been protecting the world. However, Ulo, which seems to be the last surviving one, is trying to fight against this ultimate evil that very well could just undo time and space and reality and all this stuff, but that he's the last of his order and needs to find other magical beings or magical users to try to help fend against the darkness. Coming across a possessed bounty hunter named Mercy, a blind woman who has a magical artifact named Laura, who has a demon as a pet, and Jadu, which is, he thinks he's just your some type of magical kid, like rabbit out of the hat type of magician, but it turns out he's actually as magical, or at least has affinity towards magic as well, and they are the best he's got at this moment. As far as I can tell, a new ongoing series. I know the Magic Society or Hidden Society type of story seems to be outdone, but this seems to be like a ragtag group of people not really sure about their magical powers, being taught by this magical person also to fight against the forces of evil. Anyways, really cool stuff, plus art done by Raphael Albuquerque. Really nice stuff, guys. Check it out. From Marvel Comics, Fantastic Four, Grimm Noir, #1. Written by Jerry Dugan, art done by Ron Garney. This is I believe a one-shot spinning out of the events, kind of what's been going on in Fantastic Four, but this is a standalone story. Who doesn't love a nice standalone story about Ben Grimm? And in any fashion of good Ben Grimm story, it's full of awful things that he thinks about himself, never a positive attitude, but there's actually a reason in this situation. Ben Grimm's been having these awful nightmares of this demon-faced person plaguing not only him but his new wife Alicia, and despite the fact that he's finally been a married man for a while, he really hasn't had time for rest, and he thinks maybe these nightmares are just part of just sleep deprivation, but it might be a little bit more, maybe something supernatural, possibly going to the Sorcerer Supreme and try to, hopefully Dr. Strange might be able to figure something out. From what I can tell, this is a one-shot, but anything with Ben Grimm is a great read. Plus, also, Ron Garney's art is very perfect for the ever-loving blue-eyed thing because he's got a very gritty style. It's great for a gritty hero. Highly recommend this one, guys, because like I said, standalone story and just a really good read. Check it out.
Hi, guys. It's Sophia again. I'm a recurring character now, and I'm here to show you Falcon and Winter Soldier #1. Art by Federico Vincentini and written by Derek Landy. This is the first part of a 5-part miniseries that Marvel's putting out, likely to get people hyped for the new Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Obviously, the story in here is going to be a little bit different, especially since in this universe, Sam and Bucky have both been Captain America, and they're definitely going to touch on that. This follows Sam and Bucky trying to figure out the mystery of a bunch of agents that were killed. And it's really interesting, you guys. I don't want to give too much away, but there's tons of action, tons of banter, and Bucky rides a motorcycle while he's holding a cat, and it's really cute, and if that doesn't get you interested, like, I don't know what will. So, come on, check it out.
From IDW Comics, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jennika, #1. Written by Brom Revel, Rhonda Patterson, Jody Nishishima, art done by Brom Revel. This is a new miniseries coming out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. It's only going to be 3 issues, obviously surrounding or revolving around the Jennika character. Jennika, much like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, is kind of getting used to being mutants. For those of you not familiar, a good portion of New York City has been turned into mutants now, and there's these mutant quarantine zones, and Jennika basically is just trying to keep these everyone safe, and right now the best way to do that is keep all mutants in the mutant quarantine zone. There are some people that try to make a run for it every once in a while, but she can handle it for the most part, especially with the help from the Purple Dragons. But getting used to this world, she's starting to run into people that she hasn't seen since before she joined with the Foot Clan from ages and ages ago. This is kind of giving a little bit more of a backstory of Jennika. Obviously going to pull things from her past, also dealing with the events that are going on in the current Ninja Turtle series. Really good character design. Plus, like I said, there are some characters from her past that we haven't even, that she might have mentioned in the Turtles, but never really got fleshed out too much, and they're now showing up in this issue, or in this series. Nice little mini-series. Brom Revel's art's very on point with this. Kind of has a little cartoony look to it, but it still has a very nice and clean style to the whole thing, guys. Check it out. From Ahoy Comics, Second Coming, trade paperback, written by Mark Russell, art done by Richard Pace. In this short story, it's kind of interesting. God pretty much been watching Earth for a while and not entirely dissatisfied with Earthlings, but kind of been focusing on his own house for the most part. You're really kind of using Earth as a reality TV show for the most part. But he's getting really tired of his son being a little too passive. He's saying Jesus isn't really he's not really forceful enough, assertive enough to make an actual proper second coming. And so God decides to team him up, or I should say, pretty much tells the world's Superman, Sunstar, that he has to take Jesus as his roommate and teach him to be more assertive and more forceful. Along the way, though, Jesus is starting to become very aware of how they've taken his original teachings and kind of skewed them along the way, kind of making their own stuff up as it goes. As they go along. This is a complete story. I believe it's only 6 issues. It is all self-contained. They might do a volume 2, but right now it is just the adventures of Jesus and Sunstar, pretty much is what this is. It is a nice little fun book, though. I'm sure somebody might find this blasphemous, but like I said, it's a fun read, and there's nothing too awful about it. No, it's nothing like Chronicles of Wormwood. That's the stuff of nightmares. That's written by Garth Ennis, so that's obviously the stuff of nightmares. But this is a nice little fun book, talking about pretty much learning to be a little bit more assertive and possibly making sure you understand what the tenets of Christianity, I guess, technically are. But it's a nice, good book, and from Ahoy Comics. Who's heard of them? Not me, but it's good stuff. Check it out, guys. That's all my picks for this week, everyone. This 27th, which I believe is a Thursday, we have Pokemon Day. We are doing 10% off everything in the store, and we're also doing a prize wheel. You buy one Pokemon related item and you will get 1 spin, 1 per person, but still they can range from a common card of Pokemon, possibly all the way up to some free Pokemon merch. Who knows, guys? We'll also be having some like free points we might be handing out that day to add to your account. Who knows what's going on that day, but it's a nice day. We're still a Pokestop too, so if you're still playing Pokemon Go, come on in the store. And don't forget, next week we are going to be at the Arcade Expo. That's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Brian, Hunter, and I will all be out there on different days. I think Brian's going to be there all 3 days. But it's a lot of fun, guys. It is like $25 to get in the door, but it's really fun because you get to play video games all day. Plus, you get to see our smiling faces. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go by and check us out, guys. Like I said, that's all my picks for this week, everyone. Keep reading your comics, true believers. See you guys next week.